Ladies and gentlemen, we live. This is podcast number 9. I may turn into podcast number 8.5 just because this is kind of like a mini podcast. For those of you who don't know, or for those of you who don't live in the States, we have a vacation coming up. Well, a little mini vacation. It's called, well, you guys already know about Thanksgiving, even if you aren't in the States. But yeah, we got Thanksgiving break coming up. I'm probably going to be going home. And it's going to be like a lot harder to do the podcast while I'm there. While I'm over here at college, obviously I wouldn't say free as a dove because I got some restrictions, but free as I can be with the restrictions that I'm given. So yeah, I'm gonna do this podcast now. I don't know how long it'll go. Probably just go until whenever, then do the private cast, and then yeah, we'll just wrap it up for the day. Um, and yeah, the reason why I'm doing it now is because I was supposed to have class tomorrow, but my teacher actually canceled. I was supposed to get up 9:30, maybe 8, then go to class. Well, then do the whole routine, get breakfast, then go to class at 11:30. And then once I went to class at 11:30, class would end at 12:30, and then my day would be over. But luckily, the teacher canceled class, so we don't have to deal with that. But
That's
yeah,
pretty
ladies and
awesome.
gentlemen, yeah, I know that shit. That professor, he's one of my favorites. And it's kind of ironic because he's the same professor that I cussed out because he
Oh,
called me out.
really?
Yeah, it's kind of ironic. It's kind of weird. But
That's right.
like I
Usually
said,
works.
yeah, I know. I was about to say like usually the people who you like, who you, it's kind of weird. Like the people who you hate at first are kind of the people who like you end up liking
Yeah.
later. It's kind of weird. I don't know. I've had a
Yeah.
lot of relationships like that. It's kind of,
Yeah. Me
I don't
too.
know. It's kind of weird. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who haven't seen previous podcasts, this is Erica. She's been on I think 2 podcasts. No, yeah, 2 previous podcasts. Um, she was on one with Brianna, and then there was another girl. Her name was Latricia. She actually came on. But yeah, she's been on a few casts before. So if you don't know her story, all that, just go look at some of the podcasts. Um, and yeah, um, I'm just over here chilling, wanting to get another podcast in before the weekend came. And yeah, Erica's just chilling too. So oh yeah, and TJ said he's gonna be coming on. Also, and obviously, like always, I'm gonna try and get other people onto the cast throughout the duration and stuff.
I watched part of the not the last one, but the one before that. The guy
Oh yeah,
with the protein. What was it? He was taking protein or something that
yeah,
made him
like
smell like a fish.
L-carnitine. Yeah,
Yeah,
L-carnitine. It has like I remember talking to someone about
that was
and this
interesting
was
because I
before.
didn't know that.
Oh
You know.
yeah, if I were him, I would have I I mean he made a video discouraging people from taking too much of it.
Uh
But if that were me, I would be like, yo, stay away from this
huh.
shit.
I
Like
know.
you, you don't want to be taking this shit. You don't want to be going through that bullshit in life. That's what I would have been doing. But
That was
he was
crazy.
pretty fair about it. Yeah, I can't imagine getting this just because of a damn supplement. Damn, I would freaking I don't know. God damn. Oh,
But it's
I'm
just
talking too
crazy, you know.
much.
I mean, it makes you think like I don't know, like for me, I mean, yeah, it could have been pregnancy, but then I go back and I think, well, man, was I taking anything different? Because, military, you have to take these pills anyways, you know? I mean, not always voluntarily. So you're like, well, what the hell am I taking?
Yeah, they just give you
But
whatever shit.
yeah, I mean, it kind of makes you think like, oh, shit, you know?
Yeah, no, damn.
Crazy.
I remember I was taking antibiotics. I don't remember the exact kind. There's so many antibiotics. But I think I had like a cold or whatever coming back from Ghana in West Africa and stuff. And they just made me take all these pills. I didn't know what the hell I was taking. My mom just told me to take it, so obviously I'm going to take it. And obviously, just taking the pills. I know there was one person. His name is Kwame. He usually comes to these casts. I mean, usually like the first person here. He talks about how pills like they really set off his symptoms. I know pill like antibiotics and not just regular pills, antibiotics and pregnancy, like you said, I heard like I've seen a lot of stories about people saying like their pregnancy was the start of their symptoms. Pregnancy, puberty, antibiotics, all that kind of stuff. Wealthy black man inside the chat said, "What's up, guys? How you doing?"
What's up?
Hey, people, we got 6 people watching. That's what's up right there. 6 people watching for pretty much just a live cast that we just did randomly. That's actually pretty good. And we usually peak around anywhere from 12 to 20. So can't see Erica. What's up, y'all? Let me try and get because I can see Erica, but apparently the chat can't see her. So let me
It's
just try
like
and fix that right
last
now.
month I got strep throat. Was it last month or the month before? I can't remember, but I was on some antibiotics too, and man, it just threw
It
me
made it
way
worse.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn.
it was horrible.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I remember one time I took antibiotics and like I could sense that stuff was going wrong. Like it was
It was horrible.
those antibiotics really do fuck people over, or at least us over. Shit.
Yeah.
Broadcast large video, see the audience. Did I see? Have the other video feeds. Okay, you guys should be able to see Erica now. Now that I changed the settings and all that, hopefully everything will be all set. But yeah, we got George in here also. What's going on, George?
Hi,
George
George.
and Wealthy Black Man. So we got 2 participants as of right now. Benefit. I'm just trying to like go around and see all the people who are talking about the cast. Sorry. Um, oh shit. Okay, so like who else do I need to talk about? Oh yeah, I need to go to the Rare Connect forum, let them know about the cast. And after that I'll go to the WhatsApp group. By the way, people, if you don't know about the WhatsApp group, definitely email me at TMAUup, that's TMAUUP@gmail.com. If you want to get into the WhatsApp group. Uh, Pretty much the WhatsApp group is just a bunch of people who've been on the podcast, a bunch of people who haven't been on the cast, and we just talk about whatever. Um, yeah, just talk about whatever, talk about how our day was, stuff like that.
Yeah.
TMAU live cast, TMAU podcast is live. You just put the link out there, let people know about it. Hi, Zach and Erica. I think it's something that's a lot. I think it's something that a lot of bodybuilders take. Yeah, L-carnitine. That's what we were talking about. Yeah, I don't think he wasn't a bodybuilder. He was just like he was trying to get he was trying to like drop weight in order to pass some sort of test. I don't know what sort of test, but it was a military test that he had to drop weight for. And yeah, as he was taking the L-carnitine, he took too much to offset his symptoms, at least for I think about 2 or 3 weeks or whatever. Whoops.
Mine has actually been doing pretty good as far as, my eyes don't bother me no more, and my nose isn't burning, and I don't have like this feeling in my jaw anymore. So I think things are going pretty okay.
Where did that come from? Like you said, your eyes would like
Yeah, I had
burn and
no
stuff. But
idea.
like, do you know what
What
you
was
have, and
it?
then it starts, or is it like antibiotic later, or is it like after you have
No,
something?
it's just I don't know. Like I would wake up and my eyes would just start burning, and I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. It's hard to explain, but it's annoying. It was annoying,
Damn.
and it started. I think my first pregnancy, it was okay, and then my second one, I think it like upped it even more because then after I had her, then I started getting all that, and I was like, well, where the hell is this coming from? Why? I mean, is it that horrible? That even me, I can't even stand it. But
Damn.
I don't know. It was crazy, but I've upped my probiotics because somebody had said, well, just kind of up your dosage on the probiotics, and so I did that times like 3,
Yeah.
and so far it's
Same.
been
Yeah.
okay. So I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Yeah. In the next few days or whatever.
Yeah, I'm nervous and I'm not nervous about going to on this little vacation with my family. They've never really made me feel like uncomfortable because it's my mom and my stepdad and then it's my grandparents and then of course my husband and my kids. So I think it'll be okay. It won't be too bad. They've never made me feel so uncomfortable to where, I can't even be around them.
Damn. Yeah, same. Or at least for the most part, my family. Um, but yeah, Latricia in the comment section said, "Are you guys ready for Thanksgiving?" Not necessarily, but
That's my favorite holiday. I look forward to all the food. I don't even care. Eat everything.
what? I still know this guy's name. I mean, I know he has TMAU. He told me a story, but he hasn't. His name is like it's not one of those. It's not an actual name. It's like a screen name. So I don't know what. But if yeah, he said he'll join if the podcast will be on by like 7:38. So let me just send him the link to the cast right now. See if he'll be able to get on it. Because right now it's 7:40, or at least right now where I am it's 7:45. I don't know where he lives exactly.
Here,
Okay, this is
get
the
that.
link. I'm just gonna go. Oh yeah, I completely forgot. There's so many. Now that I'm doing now I kind of like expanded everything. I completely forgot just how many places I have to go and let them know oh yeah, the podcast is gonna be on. It's before it was like just a WhatsApp group and that's it. Now it's like I have to go to WhatsApp, I have to go to Google, I have to go to here, I have to go to here just to let everybody know about the pod. It's crazy. I mean, before it was yeah, whatever, but now it's like I have to go damn near everywhere. Manage groups, I have to go into the Facebook group and then let them know.
Yeah, I saw you post about that. I'm gonna have to. What's the name of it? I'm gonna have to go and join it.
Oh, just do you still have your Facebook account or did you delete that?
I did, and then I got back on it because I wanted to get pictures of my kids, and so I was like, well, I'm on here. I might as well just, stay on here.
So just go on, and for this is also for anyone who listen to this right now or on the replay. Just go on Facebook, look up TMAU up. That's TMAU and then UP, or you can just send me an email at tmauup@gmail.com, tmauup@gmail.com, and then I'll just say that you want to be added to the Facebook group, and then yeah, we'll just go
Oh,
from
okay, I
there.
see it.
Also, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, take the time out of your day to just thumb up the video, like the video, helps the video get viewed, shared, and just that more people can see the video. TMA podcast is live. And out the link. Let people know. Anywhere from Whitney or Naya. No word from Whitney or Naya. Wow, I just don't know when. She hasn't emailed me yet. I sent her a few. I've commented on one of her videos, on her most recent video. I also sent her an email. No reply yet. And as for Whitney, I haven't heard anything from Whitney.
Yeah, she kind of went
So
MIA for a little bit.
I don't know what's going on. I mean, I don't know if maybe
Because on
she's having hard times or
her last video, yeah, probably her last video, I know she was talking about she was gonna try and upload every week, and then it's been a little bit since then, so I don't know what happened.
hopefully she's all right though. I would hit her up and say hey, what's going on? I hope everything's all right. But I've never really gotten into contact with her.
Yeah,
I've tried to, but like I said, but yeah, in terms of Nia Sims, I mean, I don't know when she's gonna come on. I know she's and that must be obviously that must be kind of hard doing all that stuff with TMAU, but she's battling through it. So she'll get on when she gets on, I guess, because I can't contact her. So hopefully she contacts me.
where did you put the necklace, Eddie?
Either that or you guys are gonna have to spam her again. So, all right, I have to go to all
Where'd
of
you put
these
the
groups,
necklace?
let these people know.
Oh my god, Eddie, what'd you do with the necklace?
TMAU podcast is live. There's that one. Now I have to go to the last Facebook group because there are three of them. Last Facebook group, and then just let them know. And hopefully that's all the notifications that I need to send out. TMAU podcast is live. Okay.
Here, let me take it off. There you go.
Oh,
Right, there it is.
had a dentist appointment today. Oh, I hate dentist appointments. Shit. I mean, my dentist wasn't too bad, the old one that I used to have, but now it's like I hate that shit, dude.
I haven't even been to the
'Cause like
dentist
shit,
in
you
a
lucky.
while.
You lucky. I'm telling you. Shit.
I
I
should
haven't.
go, but you know, I'm what 29, and I've never had a cavity ever.
Damn.
So I'm
I would have had cavity if I didn't change this whole diet. I would have had a shit ton of cavities. 'Cause I used to eat candy every day.
really.
Skittles, Sour Patch, all that stuff. I love the sour
Oh, I
stuff
can't
more.
eat the sweet stuff. Or sour. I can't do it. I'm just chocolate. Big chocolate lover.
Oh, chocolate. Oh yeah, chocolate. Yeah, because chocolate. I don't think chocolate will give you cavities, will it? Because like, don't
I don't
cavities
know.
develop? I Is it sugar or is it like hard candy mixed with the? Because like I know the hard candy can definitely like mess your teeth up and definitely give you cavities.
I don't know. Oh yeah, I don't know about chocolate though. I don't know.
Yeah, because chocolate obviously isn't hard, so I would think at least that it's not gonna probably give you a cavity as quickly as Skittles and stuff like that. How did your dentist appointment go? Right as usual. All right, so I mean, he got reactions, but at least his dentist appointment wasn't too bad. Like, did you get any work done, or was it just like standard cleaning, George? By the way, George, how many hunting dogs do you have? Because like I know George, he has a hunting rifle and like he goes hunting and stuff, but I don't know how many hunting dogs he has. Because I know he has like I'm pretty sure he has like two or something, maybe more than two or whatever. But I would
That's
go
pretty
hunt.
cool.
If I didn't have this, I would go hunting.
Why don't you? You should still do it. I mean, you're out in the open.
Yeah, that's true. I am.
There's so
I
many.
am out
There's
in the
so
middle
many
of
smells
nowhere.
out there.
I am out in the middle of nowhere. That is true. Shit, ain't nothing over here. For anybody in Massachusetts, ain't nothing over here. I'm telling you right now. Western Massachusetts, Eastern Massachusetts is very populated, very crowded, but ain't nothing over here in Western Mass. I'm telling you right now. Like people even told me like hey man, you sure you want to go there? Like I'm not too sure I'm not too sure what you're getting into, but it had the cheapest state tuition, so why not?
Yeah.
And that's all it's about at the end of the day, really.
Yeah. Leave it
So
alone.
everyone's been notified. Hopefully I don't have to. Hopefully I didn't miss any notifications, whatever. Yeah, everyone in the group chat's been notified. DJ, Facebook, all that. TMAU forum. Tracy says she goes every 6. I go to the dentist every 6 months too. Like I said, it sucks.
My
That
kids,
shit
I
ain't
take
fun.
them. I take them every 6 months, but me, I don't go.
Yeah, no, I can't say I blame you. Shit, that shit sucks.
And now my son's older. I'm like, no, you go in by yourself. I'll wait.
Yeah, I can't say I blame you. Damn, I do the same thing. You go over there by yourself. Oh, Eric, by the way, do you have any like dogs or anything like that?
No, I don't. We used to have a little corgi, but we don't have her anymore.
I'm trying to get it, man. I keep saying I'm trying to get this. I'm trying to get, man. Once I graduate, shit. Yeah, I'm gonna do everything on my bucket list. I'm definitely the first thing on my bucket list has to be to get a dog because I mean, it shouldn't be. I mean, obviously you have to pay for insurance and all that stuff. but it shouldn't be too hard. I mean, even if I'm just a college student who has to pay, all the loans and stuff like that. I mean, it shouldn't be too hard adopting a dog, really.
No, and if you get them from, I think what are they called? I was
Kill
going to say the
shelters.
foster. Yeah, from those. I mean, they already come, either neutered and shots and everything, so you don't have to pay all that. Are you there? Did I lose you? Can you play that one? I think we lost him, Maddie. Yeah. Yeah, I think we lost him. Oh. We'll wait and see what happens. Yeah, 2 and 3. Yay! Yeah. Good job. You gonna count again?
Damn, college connection. But yeah, what were you saying about going to like
Oh, if you get it from a shelter or what are those things called? Not a shelter, but oh God, I want to say foster, but it's not foster. Well, if you get them from one of those, they already come with shots and that are all up to date and neutered if they need to be and everything. So I mean, you don't have to pay for all that. I think I lost them again. You count 1. You say 1, 2, 2. Say 3. 3. Yay! Good job. Oh, it's getting hot in here. Turn the AC on. Yeah, we need to turn it on. Oh, battery in. I'm gonna have to put my charger on.
goodness gracious. I hate this stuff.
Are you there?
Yeah, I need to get I need to get like a router or just my own modem or just my own Wi-Fi or something because I can't deal with this Wi-Fi. This drops every 2 damn seconds. I need to get like wired connection because this stuff is ridiculous. I have this I mean it doesn't do anything. It doesn't really help in terms of connection, but I have this cable here. I can try and use it, but like I said, it doesn't really I can see maybe now it'll do something, but like I said, I need to get some sort of Wi-Fi so that I don't keep dropping. It doesn't seem like a whole lot is being done, but whatever. This will have to do for right now. Oh, damn. This is college, ladies and gentlemen. This is what my tuition is going towards. Shitty F Wi-Fi. Like, seriously, damn. Elevator stops working, friggin' terrible Wi-Fi. Oh,
God.
man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pay all this back in student loans too, so.
Jeez. Sit down. Sit down. Yeah, sit down. Oh, watch out.
I'm not gonna lie though, I've actually been thinking about like just buying like adopting a dog and then just bringing it home, see my parents' reaction. They'd probably kick my ass out of the house, to be honest.
Why they don't like pets?
I don't know what their problem. I mean, they're just I guess they're just not pet people or something. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I've never even had a pet, and I think it'd be awesome to like just own one or whatever.
I used to have a cat, and that was like my first pet, and she got really sick. So after that, I don't even like cats anymore. I can't do cats. It was
I know
sad.
there's. I know Gavin. He's been in a few private podcasts. Um, he he actually is a cat person, which I don't know how I can't. I'm not a cat person at all. Cats are just kind of they're not my thing. I'm a dog person. I've never had a dog, but you know, I'm a dog person. With this, I'm
Not
just
even a
reading one of the.
fish?
I had one uh back when I was young, like I think even before this whole thing, I think like back when I was like fourth grade or whatever, and it died. Like we fed it. I think the reason why it died was because we overfed it. Because like, can't you? And I had a fish here in college too, even though you're not supposed to. But I had a fish just like over here just chilling. But yeah, I think if you feed it too much, it can die, right? Because like I
Yeah.
think I fed mine too much. Because like what I would do, what I would do is I would just like sprinkle the fish food, and then I would go to class, come back. Oh, I don't know if he's if he's well fed, if he's not, just keep on sprinkling it in. So I guess I just gave him too much, and I think not only did I give him too much, but I think it has to do with the water. Like I changed out the water every other day, and the thing is, like you're supposed to change it 3 days, but I guess I changed it like every other day, and like because I was putting so much fish food inside of it, I guess it contaminated the water or something.
Mhm.
So I'm not too huge an expert on those kind of pets. I'm more like I said, I'd rather have a dog, something that you can interact with, something that you can do something with, as opposed to just like just looking at it and stuff.
Right. Besides, look at it.
George said you don't need insurance for a dog. Don't you need Well, you don't need pet insurance, but
Yeah, you don't need to, but
yeah, it's a good
you
idea just in
can.
case, especially if you're going to be adopting, because you don't know the dog's like previous history. They could have some sort of illness or some sort of whatever. So me personally, I would get pet insurance if I were to get a dog. Well, for a standard cleaning, it's once a year, but I thought my breath was the culprit of my odor. Business ADK said hi. That's Danielle. Yeah, that's Danielle. Danielle
Hi.
said hi, Erica. Legendary Edie, with this disorder, do you pursue women or just chill? I chill, dog. Like straight up. This last girlfriend that I got, I didn't really pursue her. She like, and the reason why I actually was like, I was kind of the reason why I was attracted to her in the first place was because she actually came to me. Like we were in the library, and I went to go and fill out an application in order to get a job in the library. And she was like, "Oh, hey, let's fill out the application together." I was like, "Wait, what? Like, you want to do this together?" Oh, okay. I mean, if you want, I mean, your nose looks like it's working perfectly fine. If you don't, if you're not offended, okay, sure, whatever. If you want to do it together, all right, let's go do it together. And yeah, we filled out the application and just started talking about Star Wars, Harry Potter, just all that kind of stuff, and then we just went off from there. But yeah, like I said, I don't really pursue. I just kind of chill, and if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, then fuck it.
Yeah.
Feeling just a tad bit of anxiety for Thanksgiving. First Thanksgiving, I felt anxious. Then after that, it's just like, all right, fuck it. Like I'm just trying to get through this thing.
I
It's
think
only
my
gonna
first
be
one.
the
Oh, go
first one
ahead.
was no, 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 no. You go ahead. But for me, the first one was terrible.
I think the first one I was drunk. I
Mm,
like that's how I dealt with this like the first year, I was just like I can't be going through this, so I just kind of was drunk through the whole thing and that's how I got by, which was horrible because it was
yeah,
bad.
it
Wasn't
makes
good.
everything worse.
Yeah.
Oh man, the first one was real like the worst for me. I don't know if this is Latricia's first one. I would assume it is, but yeah, for me it was pretty stressful, but I was just like, whatever, just get through it. It's only going to be like what? How long? For me, or for our family, it's Thanksgiving dinner can be anywhere from an hour to 2 hours. I know some families. I went to one Thanksgiving. Oh, this was before TMAU. I went to one Thanksgiving. That shit lasted 4 hours. I mean, I mean, it was fun. Don't get me wrong, it was fun, but it lasted 4 hours. Looking back at it, I couldn't do a 4 hour Thanksgiving. Fuck that.
Yeah, my family, it's like an all day thing with them.
Damn, all day. We only
Yeah,
eat for
it
like an
was
hour
always
and a
like
half.
that.
That's
Always like
crazy.
that. Yeah, always. And yeah, it wasn't bad then because I didn't have no problem, but
Oh yeah, yeah, sure. But now it's
yeah.
like entire day.
Yeah.
What you guys must have had like a huge family and a huge feast. I mean, we only had
Yeah.
usually had anywhere from 4 to 6 people. So we only had one turkey, um, corn and mashed potatoes. We didn't have a whole lot of sides. We had like salad and we would cook. My dad would cook eggs and stuff,
Hmm.
and he would have like the eggs, hard boiled eggs, off to the side. And what else did we have? Some steamed vegetables and stuff like that. But
We had, I want to
that's
say,
really good.
over like 20 people. I mean, it was like, it was all, cousins and, aunts, uncles, like everything. It was huge. It was crazy huge.
I can't do that. That's crazy. 20 people. Shit. We this past Thanksgiving was it was actually one of the better ones because we had I would say we had about 10 people in the house, but the thing is everybody else was interacting with everybody else. Me and my brother were because we were the two youngest. We except for obviously two youngest adults, I guess. So we kind of sat off to the side. Our cousins and our aunts, they had their children with them. So their children were on their lap. They were feeding them. They were feeding themselves also. And just to everyone else. And I was just me and my brother were just kind of off to the side. I was just using my phone. My brother was just watching football, and it was good because no one paid attention to me. So that was nice.
What was I gonna say? This last one, last year, I honestly didn't even go to it. I just kind of skipped out on it, and I feel horrible for doing it, but I just, that's when I had her, and then, like I said, everything was amplified like more, and
Yeah.
didn't know how to handle it, so I just sat out on that one, and my husband and my kids went to it. So
It was it
this year,
like did they get invited or like was it at your house or whatever?
yeah, no, no. Ever since like this started happening, I don't want nobody at my
Oh
house.
yeah.
I'm like, no, 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 no.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
can't say I blame you.
they do for birthday parties and stuff, because I'm like, I'm not trying to go anywhere. I just want to have it here. And nobody ever seems to mind, but it's just me that I just don't feel comfortable with it. But it's my husband's mom. She and her husband are a part of the church. And so the church, what they do is like they have a big get together and it's kind of like everybody brings something. And she had invited us to it because I wasn't going to cook last year. And so they went to it, and I just kind of I didn't even stay home. It was so bad that I went because I was like, no, I got to do this. I got to go. And as soon as I got there, I was like, okay, y'all go inside. I'll just wait for you in the car because I can't do this. I can't go in. It was horrible.
Yeah, shit. I'm just like that, man. I can't do that shit sometimes. I mean, sometimes I'll just be like, fuck it. It's only gonna be 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hours. But sometimes it's just like, man, I don't want to do this shit. I
Yeah.
deal with so much on a daily basis. I don't need that bullshit in my life.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just
Where did
kind of.
you?
I think who was it? It was Gavin that said it. Gavin said even though it can kind of suck, like sometimes you just have to be selfish and just be like, what, this isn't for me today. You just there are some days
Yeah.
that you just have to be selfish just so that you can keep that mental sanity. Be like, I've dealt
Yeah.
with enough bullshit for today. It's a Friday.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be dealing with this enough bullshit. This
Yeah.
this amount of bullshit on a Friday night. I should just be chill and just if I want to be selfish and let's say I have a girlfriend and she wants to go off wherever, I'll stay over here. She may be mad, but like I said, some days you just have to be selfish just to keep your
Yeah.
mental sanity.
Yeah.
And like it kind of sucks, but like I said, but you just have to. I mean, This is what I don't understand, Aaron. I have to tell you, this is what I don't understand. I tell people 5 days in advance, all right? I tell people 5 days in advance there's going to be a podcast, okay? You know how many people show up damn near anywhere from 7 to 12. I don't tell anybody about this podcast. We have 15 viewers watching this podcast right now. I
That's what you
guarantee you
have to
by
do.
the
You just got to be spontaneous, I guess, now.
this is crazy. Like this is I tell people in advance there's gonna be a podcast. No, damn near no one shows up. I don't tell anybody. Like literally, I think I told like I said, this is pretty much spontaneous. I mean, yeah, I put in the group chat, but like I know that was like an hour ago. That wasn't a whole lot of notice. 5 days notice. 5 times 24. I may be a computer scientist, but I'm not doing that in my head. Where's the calculator? Where's the calculator at? Let me get this out right now. Let me see the calculator. I'm not doing this nonsense in my head. What is this? 5 times 24. What is this? 120. 120 hours worth of notice. 1 hour worth of notice. 120 hours worth of notice. 7 people show up. One hour, 60 minutes worth of notice. We got 15 people up in here, and I guarantee you that number is just going to keep on going up. I don't understand it. I
That's
don't
good.
understand you
Y'all,
people.
y'all need to tell your friends to tell their friends to tell their friends, tell everybody.
I don't understand these people. Like it's just they. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say. George said, "I'm going to eat." Or no, Orville said, "I'm going to eat and enjoy myself." Good job, man. Sometimes you
Yeah,
have to, like I said, sometimes you just have to say fuck it.
it's your
Uh,
Thanksgiving too. God damn it.
yeah, no, it's your shit too. I mean, you need to have a holiday too. You need to enjoy one of your holidays. Shit, you can be the first person to train a hunting fish. Shit, ain't my shit, dog. I mean, I think I had
Poor
I had
thing. You were just
two.
trying to look out for it and just feed them and keep them alive, and you
Yeah, no,
overfeed them.
the damn
Poor
thing
thing.
just died. Two of them died. That one died. This one, actually, we had two of that because like it was uh we went to a party and the party host had like
Let me see.
these fish bowls and like they had like two fish in each of them. It's like we asked if we could take it home and we did. So yeah, and we had two of those fish and they both died unfortunately, and the one I had over here died. So clearly, I'm not a fish person. Legendary Edie, good question for all the single people suffering from this. Yeah, she just pretty much saying what we were talking about in terms of pursuing women with this and all that. My brother is in the Air Force. He's at home and he is bringing some friends with him. Damn, Air Force people too. Like that, people in the military can be kind of cruel,
Oh
man.
yeah, they are.
What's it? Kyle was talking about it on the last podcast. How people, if he had this while he was, well, he did have this while he was in the military, but like permanently while he was in the military, he even said it himself. Like he doesn't even know what he would do because
Oh no, man! Like
yeah,
we had this guy in our platoon, and there was something wrong with him. I mean, because no matter how much he showered, and I mean, I would take him to medical because he was trying to get tested because he was trying to figure out what was wrong with him, and I don't know if they ever figured it out, but I mean, yeah, I mean it fucked with him. But I tell you what, I mean it it builds your skin for sure
yeah,
because they
must
gave him a lot
shit.
of shit. They gave him a lot of shit. It was horrible.
They must have given him a. It's the fucking military
You know,
shit.
it is. I mean, they are straight up and they'll tell you how it is. I mean,
Yeah,
and
they
it's
don't
kind of,
care.
yeah, they don't. And, you know, it's kind of like I wish people were like that now, you know, I mean, just anybody. Like,
Man,
even though, you know, they could be a little bit too hard, but I mean, I don't know.
I can't do that military shit. I remember when I was younger, even before I started playing like Call of Duty and all those war games like Battlefield and stuff. Even like before all that, I kind of wanted to join the military just because I like the idea of I guess I like the idea of like being seen as a hero, but then I thought to my then I actually like see what they go through, and it's like not only that, but I see like what's going on in the world, and it's like I don't want to join that bullshit.
Yeah, now it's horrible. It's really horrible now. I mean, when I joined, I was 17-year-old, you know, I
Damn.
didn't
Yeah, you didn't know
know.
much about the world. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was just like, well, you know, I didn't take my ACTs or SATs. You know, I didn't have anybody in my family who went to college, so it was kind of like they didn't know how to set me up to go, you know. So I was just kind
Yeah.
of like, well, you know, I want to get out of here and I want to travel and stuff, and so I went ahead and I went,
I feel as though
learned
that's
a
how they get
lot.
most people.
But I tell you what, my schooling is free.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, shit. Your school's free.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's one of the few things that they give you for perks. Well, I
yeah,
mean, you get perks and like, let's say Amazon will give you 5%, but then again, 5% for freaking going over to Iraq, it's a little not, I mean, at least
yeah,
give me 25 for fuck's sakes. I went over to fucking Iraq. Shit.
yeah.
I don't know. I'm not doing that
But
military
yeah,
shit.
they will
Not
tell
me.
you straight up. Everybody, I mean, they don't give a shit. There's like
Oh
no
yeah, no.
filters there, no feelings, no filters, no nothing. They just tell you how it is.
People there are crazy too. Like, I feel as though people in the military, I'm not gonna say they're more antisocial than us, but like they're people in the military, from what I've seen, they're pretty antisocial and they don't really know how to act in conversation. I mean, even with this whole thing, I would say I'm somewhat more social than some of the people I've seen from the military.
Hmm. Because a bunch of them just think that they're big shit, and that, oh, you're not
Yeah,
worth
I
my
know, and they
time.
talk. Yeah,
Like, get out of here. Shut up.
and like they don't know how to communicate. Like I said, obviously with this whole TMAU thing, it can be hard.
Yeah,
Like I at least know how to communicate with people. I feel as though a lot of people in the military don't know how to do that as well. Not each and every single one of them, but like
yeah.
a lot of them don't know how to do that. Killing people ain't being a hero. I agree with you there. We love getting on your nerves. That's why. Yeah, she's talking about the whole doing it spontaneously and stuff. Yes, Erica, we have 20 plus most times more than that. Our brothers in the Air Force.
What was that? I didn't hear you.
Oh no, she was talking about that was Latricia. She said, "Yes, Erica, we have 20 plus most times more than that." I'm not too sure exactly what she's referring to though. She's probably talking about something that we were talking about earlier on or whatever. But look at that, 16 people. I guarantee we'll get to like friggin' 35 people.
That would be awesome.
35 people, but friggin' 1 hour. It's like, Jesus Christ,
Is
so
that mind
weird.
blowing? Just
Like I literally gave people like a 5 days notice, and I got like 12 people to show up, and all of a sudden it's like we're damn near next to 20. It's like what is going? It's kind of weird. And it seems as though people would like the podcast to be on weekdays, and I would like to do the podcast on weekdays also, blow off some steam, but I just have so much studying to do.
yeah,
If there's ever a day where I don't have a whole lot of studying, maybe I'll think about doing podcasts on weekdays because it seems as though most people, they kind of let's say they come back from work and they don't want to deal with anything. They just want to get loose and like just, listen to
yeah.
a podcast. So it seems as though like they come to the podcast during weekdays because I there was one live stream that we did. This was a private cast though, but this was the biggest private cast we had, and it was on a weekday. So I mean, obviously private cast, no one was watching, but the fact that that was the biggest private cast that we had, it just
Hmm.
kind of reinforces to me that like people are willing to give up their weekday, even if they have to study or they have to do whatever, or just
Yeah.
for whatever. They're willing to like just blow off some steam and just talk for however many hours on a weekday. So like I said, I'll explore it.
Shh. Let's put it in here.
Imagine all this time you don't end up having TMAU. LOL. That's why I'm trying to get tested. Yeah, I mean, for all I know, it could be whatever. I mean, it could just be something that's never been diagnosed. Even if it isn't TMAU, it's still pretty not easy living with. But
It's not. I got tired of going to doctors because I can't even tell you how many doctors I went to, and it's just the same thing
it's just a
over and
waste of time.
over.
Yep.
Yeah, it is. And I'm like, I don't have $35 every time to go see you for my copay. You know what I mean? It's just
That's what I'm saying. You're
ridiculous.
paying too. Like I wasn't even paying. Like the only reason why I got tired of going to the doctors was just because like the constant lying, the constant, oh well, I'm not too sure. This isn't my expertise. Let me refer you over to him. It's like
Yeah.
it's running around in a damn circle. It's like I can't be doing. I don't
Yeah,
even pay for
exactly.
this shit.
It's like you wait there for what, 30 minutes to an hour to be
30 minutes.
seen, and then you wait another 20 to 30 minutes to see the doctor, and then he just comes in
And then
there
you
and
wait
says,
another 20 to 30, you wait another freaking 2 to 3 months just to hear him, just to, get a referral to another doctor. It's ridiculous. I'm not dealing with that nonsense
yeah,
anymore. I'd rather just spend like hours on the internet trying to find research myself as opposed to deal with these clowns.
yeah,
And besides, most of them are just trying to give you an antidepressant pill anyway. Like they'll just be like, "Oh, well,
exactly,
it seems like yeah." It's like I'm not doing that
exactly.
nonsense.
That's what I hate too. Everything is just, oh, well, let me prescribe you this. So, you have anxiety or you have depression. And you don't even know if that's the
You know,
case.
and like your anxiety, I'm not gonna say each and every single person because each and every single person is different. But like I guarantee you, most people with TMAU, like their anxiety and depression would be relieved if they had something that could at least lessen the symptoms. It's not. You have to get down to the fucking source of the problem. Like you have to look at the big picture, not just the symptoms.
Right. And like you
I
said, I
can't
mean,
stand
some of
that.
those antidepressant pills or, whatever, I mean, they could make your situation worse. Watch out, Eddie.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I don't do white
You
pills
okay?
anymore.
You okay? Sit down.
The only white pills that I do are like these like, but this is nature's promise. It's all natural, all organic, all that. None of the plastic nonsense, none of the you know when you like pick up like a bottle and like you look at the ingredients and like you see so many X's and Y's and L's and freaking
Yeah.
you know all these Greek letters that you've never seen in the freaking English alphabet and all this nonsense. It's like I'm not like what the hell is this? What the hell am I
Yeah.
putting inside my body?
Not all natural. Bullshit.
Yeah, I know. Like, this one's all natural, but like the ones that I see in the store, like
Yeah.
shit, those ones are like friggin'. I'll be seeing like friggin' Sigma, Phi, friggin' Xylus, Lithium, all this nonsense. I don't know if they're speaking Egyptian or what the hell they're speaking in those freaking ingredients. It's ridiculous. I
It
swear
is
to God.
crazy though. I do pay attention now a lot more than I used
Hell
to
yeah, yeah. I
labels
didn't,
for
I didn't
everything.
even care before. Before I just picked whatever off the shelf. Hey, Dad, can I get this? Yeah, sure. Hey, Dad, can I get this? No. All right, let me pull out
Yeah.
my wallet. Let me buy it myself. Like I didn't even care before. I even pick the damn thing up. The first thing, I don't even look at the damn freaking packaging. I just look at other ingredients or whatever. The first thing I did with this, once I saw the resveratrol, I don't know if the light can catch it, but yeah, once I saw
There
the
it is. Yeah.
resveratrol, I immediately looked at what was inside it. I saw all the soy. I was like, I mean, I'll get it, but I'll be careful with it. So
See, and I wonder if there are a lot of different. I mean, there are a lot of different types of resveratrol because I was looking on Amazon and I was like, well, god dang, this is overwhelming. I
yeah,
think.
shit, there's a lot of them. Shit, and there's like I have to go online in order to, but like there's like resveratrol plus or whatever. I'm
Yeah.
going on Amazon to see the amounts and obviously there's a whole lot of brands, and I don't know about you, but like I said, I trust Nature's Promise a whole lot because most of their stuff is organic and all natural. I'm not too familiar
Yeah.
with Valley. I just the only reason why I got it was because I was at Walmart and I was just like, well, I'm already here, so what might as well look for it.
See, and at our Walmart, I didn't even see that because I went to go get some more probiotics and I was like, well, shoot, let me see if I can find it. And I was looking and I didn't even see it in our Walmart.
I think it all depends because like I know the Walmart at my house at my home um, city.
Hmm.
I know that Walmart isn't. They're not really into like the whole multivitamin. Or they have a multivitamin section, but they're not too much into the whole healthy living kind of stuff. I feel as though like it kind of goes area to area. Like I
Yeah.
know here in Western Massachusetts, there's like I wouldn't say a huge emphasis, but a good emphasis on like healthy living, and they have like a lot of multivitamins, a lot of all natural, all organic kind of stuff. But over where I live, there's stuff like that, but it's not in Walmart. So I don't know if that's area to area or
Yeah.
just supply and demand in terms of location or what. Yeah, I'm looking online right now. There's a shit ton of resveratrol supplements.
Yeah, it was so overwhelming. I'm like, can you just tell me, Google, which one? 'Cause-
Which one will cure this shit? There's trans resveratrol, certified organic trans resveratrol, anti-aging. Yeah, so I guess one's for like liver, one's for anti-aging. I don't know. There's liquid resveratrol. Jesus, they're all over the damn place. There's powder. There's some sort of what is this? Chews, gummy bears or whatever. Gummy.
I don't know about those gummies. I don't think they work as
I
good
don't use
as,
those gummies. Yeah,
yeah.
I'd rather just have like the powder or the pill or whatever.
Yay. To go. Yeah, sit down. I'll go. Go, go.
Transfertol. Yeah, there's just so many. Where do you go to buy supplements?
Online.
Online, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
But these probiotics, though, that I've started getting, well, I've been using them, I think, for about a couple months. Those I get at Walmart. But anything else, like those digestive enzymes or something, because sometimes, I mean, you find it cheaper on Amazon than you
Yeah,
do
yeah, definitely.
in the store.
You definitely find it cheaper there because I remember I went to there was there were these probiotics over here. These ones are like 13, 14 bucks. Nature's Promise for anyone who wants to try and buy this. This is Nature's Promise probiotic. It only has 4 billion active cells, so you may want to look for something that's a lot bigger. I just got this because why not? I tried probiotics before, but that was a long time ago. I couldn't really tell if there was a difference or not. Obviously now I'm a lot smarter in how I take things, when I should take it, stuff like that. So I just thought I should get it. But shit, I forgot what I was talking about. Shit. Ah, fuck it, whatever. Hopefully it
That's
comes
like
back.
that's like me too. I never used to. I mean, when this first started, I did try a probiotic, but I wasn't consistent with it because I was like, why am I taking this? But now it's
Yeah.
like a lot more years down the road. So now it's kind of,
Yeah, no, you're just doing whatever you can to at least, even
yeah,
if it's like, just lessen it, you're just doing whatever you possibly can.
yeah. There was this lady that I don't know her name, but I don't know if she's new to posting videos or what. But I have to look for her. I'll have to look for her name. But she was saying that, talking about diets and how nutrients, people are doing whatever they can to like lessen this issue, and they're going through like all this crazy stuff just to not smell anymore. That I mean, it can't be all that healthy either. I mean, there's people
Yeah,
that are on like, I've never been one to take like aspirin even, and
yeah,
all these people
yeah.
taking, like charcoal, chlorophyll, like all this shit together. And I'm like, I don't know about all that, but I'll try this and this and this. But
Man,
I
everyone's
don't know.
different. I wish I know there are some people who like they talk about how they eat shit. There was this one guy on the TMAU forum. He was talking about how he eats like he can eat poultry, but he can't eat like red meat. He can't eat like heavy red meat. Like he can't have pork. He can't have ribs or anything like that. And like I'm just like, and like his symptoms are, I'm not gonna say they're virtually gone, but like from what he said, they're like on a scale of 1 to 10, they're like a 2.5, 2.75, whatever.
Hmm.
And like I would kill to like if I could eat poultry and be on a 2.75, like I would fucking dude. Poultry was my favorite out of all the food groups. Poultry was I love turkey. I fucking
Oh,
love
I
turkey.
know.
Thanksgiving was my just like you said. Thanksgiving was my favorite holiday. Shit, that was my shit right there. I would kill to be able to eat that shit and be on 2.75.
Seeing what I'm doing, like I think the biggest change that I've noticed is not only that it's lessened the eye irritation and stuff, but my son has been a lot more like hugging and stuff on me. And it's not like he never did before, but now it's just like constantly. And he's even kind of like, on Saturday he sat by me and he just kind of like smelled me, but it wasn't like a smell like, oh my god. It was just, did I lose you? Oh, there you are.
Oh no, yeah, sorry.
But it was kind of like a smell like, like just like if something smells good or something smells nice, not horrible, but just like, you know.
Yeah.
So he's my biggest critic, I feel like. So I can always tell if something's wrong or not with him.
That's good. Shit, I ain't got nothing over here. Shit.
Yeah,
I mean, my
I'm like,
dad would
I'm
be because like
excited.
I wouldn't say my dad. My dad's never smoked, but like that guy had like a hearty ass cough. Like I could tell when it was bad. Like that dude would freaking hawk up his intestines, fuck his lungs. Like all his intestines would be coming out of his damn throat. It was crazy.
Golly.
And like I said, he's actually hate people who smoke. Like literally, like if you smoke, like
Are you back, babe? Mhm.
not necessarily your best friend.
I'm on a podcast, so don't get her riled up, please. He just got home.
Where does he work, by the way? Because like I know he like they kind of just call him in whenever.
Yeah, he's you know those big overhead cranes that you see in the I don't know, in
And like
warehouses.
construction sites or whatever.
No, it's like
Yeah.
they're anywhere in any kind of warehouse building. I don't know, but he's a tech. He fixes them. He's a service tech.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Oh, so they just call him in whenever.
yeah. I mean, well, on he works, but yeah, he's still kind of on call no matter what.
Damn. I had a teacher. He wasn't that, but he was a software developer for a health informatics company, and he pretty much just entered data and like developed data, entered data, stuff like that. And pretty much he was on call 24/7. It's like, and like he made really good pay. Like they would call him every 3 days, 3 4 days, and they would call him whenever they wanted. Like let's say it's 12:30 in the morning. He would go 12:30 in the morning. Let's say at 3 a.m. in the morning. They would call him 3 a.m. in the morning. Like he made really good pay. And I don't. It seems pretty cool, but at the same time, it kind of seems weird. Let's say you're in the middle of doing something and you just get a call, you have to go in right then and there. It's like
Yeah,
it seems kind of cool because like you don't have a set schedule, you don't have to sit at your desk from 9 to 5. At the same time, it kind of seems kind of not scary, but kind of intimidating. Like you have to be there. I mean, I'm sure they give you leeway. I'm sure they, if you can't be here within an hour, they'll be fine with it because
yeah.
maybe you have an emergency or whatever. But it's kind of like I said, it's kind of intimidating or whatever.
It is. I mean, and for him too. I mean, he gets called in like you said, whenever. And the other night he got called in, I think it was like 3, and then didn't get home until 6, and then had to go back in at like 7:30. And it is kind of crazy because I mean, his schedule determines my schedule. So my
Yeah,
schedule,
yeah. It kind of
I can't do anything. I mean, it's crazy. But like you said, the pay is really good. But I don't know, it it'll
those
wear you
jobs must
out.
pay good.
Yeah, it'll wear you out though. He gets pretty worn.
Damn. How much does he work like a week? Is it like 40 hours or more than that?
He just put in an 83-hour work week this past week.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Holy
So when I'm
damn.
so when I'm talking about like our schedules, I mean you literally it's
That's
crazy.
insane.
Yeah.
83 hours. I can't even work 40. Jeez.
Yeah, and
Even
that's just
without TMAU, I can work 40.
yeah, and that's just a week. I mean, and he gets paid biweekly. So I mean, we'll see what
That's
his
insane.
other I think he said he's going to have another 83-hour work week or plus. It's crazy.
That really is crazy. Damn. 83 hours. Shit.
Yeah.
Yo. Damn. Tell him we appreciate him on the podcast because I can't do that. 40 hours, even before this whole TMAU nonsense, 40 hours was good enough for me. Damn.
Yeah, it's
I don't know.
crazy. So,
Is he like a handyman or like does he
it's
have like
I I don't even know like how to explain it other than he's a service tag and it whenever the overhead cranes stop working because these overhead cranes they're not just like a crane that you see out on the side of the road. These overhead cranes like fill up the whole warehouse and like connect all on top and all this other stuff. Like he sent me a video one time of him working and he's like, I don't know how many feet above the air. I was like, don't be showing me that. I don't want to see what you do. It freaked me out.
damn, that's insane.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's crazy. It is manual labor though. I mean, it's
Oh
hard.
yeah, no, it must be. Yeah, no, manual. I know
Yeah.
manual laborers like they have to work long, hard hours. So and that's even more. I mean, I don't really. Security isn't really. It's walking around, but it's not necessarily manual labor. It's kind of just walking around making sure that no one's doing anything stupid. It's not necessarily manual labor, and that's 40 hours. I can barely even do that. So it's insane. I mean, it really is. A legendary Edie asked me, so your original home is Massachusetts? Yeah, Massachusetts is where I was born, where I grew up.
Ada,
Like I said, I'm kind of
go get in the
I've been
shower.
here for 19 years now, damn near 20 years. I'm kind of ready to spread my wings and go somewhere else because I'm kind of tired of in I don't know, February waking up to 0 degrees or -15. I'm kind of tired of that nonsense, to be honest with you.
See, and I love cold weather. I don't mind it whatsoever at
I
all.
can't stand. I mean, I'd rather be in a sauna, to be honest with you. Even with this nonsense, I don't care. My blood is just too thin for this nonsense, dude. I can't stand it.
Like even if it's like in the 30s outside, 20s, whatever it is, I
It
still
could
have
be
my
30,
AC
20.
like on.
Damn. I'd
I
be I
know.
just not yes just yesterday actually. I had the windows up, heat blasting the way. Like, oh man, I can't deal with this cold weather, man. I'm telling you. Once I get out of here, I'm moving to the West Coast straight up. I can't do this nonsense. Tom Andrews, that's true, but I don't remember if my doctor said I tested positive or negative. They gave me the results and I threw it away the day before I heard of TMAU, so I don't know.
Oh no.
Damn. I don't know why you threw away the results though. Do you not care or what?
Can you call him back and get the results again?
Has anyone ever been to an yeah, endocrinologist?
Endocrinologist.
I have
Yes.
never been to one.
Yep. Been there. Didn't
Yeah,
go. Wasn't successful.
you would think they would. You would think they would have some experience with this. I mean, the endocrine system is all about like excretion and stuff like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You would think they would have some knowledge, or even now, even if it's not some knowledge, like they would at least try and look into it, since this is
The
pretty
one doctor
much.
that I did want to continue seeing, he ended up retiring, and it's kind of like that's how it's getting. Is like these younger doctors, just
Oh
really
yeah,
don't
they're arrogant.
care.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
they
you
just
don't
want to.
even know.
Yeah, because they're young. They don't care about you. They just want to friggin' pay off their student loans because they just got out of med
Yeah,
school. Yeah, I can't. That's why I always look for older people. Like I don't.
yeah,
When it comes to teachers, doctors, all that stuff, like especially teachers and professors, I always try and get the older teach. I cannot stand young
yeah.
professors. I cannot stand young professors.
Careful,
I
Addie.
hate young professors.
But yeah, he was really good, and I mean, he knew what he was doing, and it really was sad that he retired.
Same for some of my professors. I mean, she didn't retire, but I remember I wanted to take a class, my calculus one class and calculus two. One of the older professors, she's really nice. She's really, she just knows how to teach and all that. But unfortunately, well, not unfortunately. I mean, she had a sabbatical because she had a child. So unfortunately for me, she had a sabbatical. But fortunately for her, she got vacation time, which she probably enjoyed. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, it would have been awesome to, have had her as a teacher. So.
She's excited to see you. Aiden, can you give me my charger, baby, please?
Hells Angels. Yo, have you been keeping up with this whole Hollywood nonsense and like friggin' like all these sexual accusations and stuff?
No,
All I know,
uh-uh.
I've been keeping up somewhat. I mean, the Louis C.K. one was really the one that shocked me. I mean, that shit was crazy.
What happened?
Louis C.K. I mean, there were like 5 or 6 women, maybe more, maybe less, who like he would ask them like, hey, can I jack off in front of you? And he would just either sometimes he would do it and sometimes he wouldn't. I don't know. Just crazy.
After you do that, you need to go get your PlayStation, bring it up to your room, pick it up if you want to play games tonight.
Leaving
I
his
told him to take a shower too.
Okay, take a shower here. Tell me what. I mean, you
The
fine?
Weekend. Who the hell is the Weekend?
Everything good there?
Oh, my foot's asleep.
Yeah, might be.
Honey, I'm on a podcast. Sit down.
Yeah, it was good.
Sit down. Sit down.
14 viewers. Let me scroll through these channels real quick to see what's going on.
No, 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 no. Leave it alone. Don't
Discovery
touch
channel. Um,
Yeah, I kind of go keep up with anything too much. Just like, the world's just getting too crazy that I don't even want to see what's going on.
yeah, I can't say I blame you. I mean, this university is getting crazy as is. The world outside is, obviously crazy, but this university is fucking crazy. I mean, there have been more than 57, there have been more than 57 hate crimes in the past 2 months, with like people just getting their door vandalized with just all these racial slurs, and
And that's
a girl got
horrible. I mean,
yeah, for a university too. I mean, it's fucking crazy at this university. It really is. It doesn't even seem like a university anymore. It just seems like fucking bizarre world, to be honest. Like,
yeah.
it just seems like some sort of clown college. Like, it really is just really weird for a university, a state university of Massachusetts. Doesn't even seem like a friggin' state university. It seems like a friggin' clown college or like just a madhouse or something. 57, more than 57, and yet not one person has been caught. It's like, wow.
Golly.
Like, not one person has been caught. Wow. And the most ironic part is that this school is known for criminal justice, and yet ain't no justice being served. It's like, what the fuck?
Sounds like somebody's got some money.
It's and it's even stranger too, because like I don't like the idea of constantly being watched, but like there are no in 2017 with all these school shooters, friggin' bombers, Unabombers, all the nonsense, all the terrorism going around. There's not a single surveillance camera in this school, state
Oh, that's
school in
crazy.
Massachusetts. A state school in Massachusetts, like not a single surveillance. I've been to friggin' libraries in the ghetto. I've been to libraries in friggin' Dorchester. For anybody who's familiar with Massachusetts, Dorchester is a very nice place. Like, I've been to libraries in the ghetto with friggin' surveillance cameras all over the damn place. This
Yeah,
university
that's
ain't got
crazy that there's
one.
none. That's crazy.
It's it's almost a joke, really. This university is really starting to turn into a joke, to be honest. I mean, people already thought that this university was kind of crazy because it's out west, and anybody who's from Massachusetts kind of thinks that everybody out west is kind of crazy. But like, this is just like ridiculous. It's kind of like, what the hell is going on at this university? I can't imagine what people on the outside are thinking about this university, and they're right, because this university is a fucking just madhouse or whatever. Someone in the comment section asked me, "What am I studying?" I'm studying computer science. And then I'm going to go from there either into bioinformatics or some sort of computational biology or maybe biotech, something like that. And I'm a sophomore, for anyone wondering. I'm a sophomore now, but once I finish this semester and the next semester comes up, I'll be a junior because I started college a semester ahead. So just trying to get out as fast as I can. Who is there anyone in the comment section who's going to college right now? I know there are people in the WhatsApp group, and there are people in the Facebook group who have who they're on, or like they go to college, but like I don't know, like I'm not too sure how like the college students are, like who they are, stuff like that, where they're located too. There has to be someone in Massachusetts, someone going to college, or just someone in Massachusetts in general. I mean, there's almost 900 people in the Meebo group. I mean, out of those 900, I would assume I'm not the only person who lives in Massachusetts or whatever, but I don't know.
Have you come across anyone in any of your classes or anyone on campus that, you feel has the same problem at all?
No. No, I can't say I have. I know TJ, and like you told your story before, how like the guy in the military, he definitely had something. TJ talked about how there was a guy who he looks like TJ went to school in Utah.
Mhm.
Um, and then when he was in school in Utah, there was like this one kid who like he can tell that something was wrong with him. And yeah, like I haven't really come across anyone really, or anyone that he would even suspect.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, it's kind of funny how like other people, like even we suspect other people. Because like I'm not gonna lie, like I probably wouldn't suspect anyone. I would probably just think to themselves, like having this for so long, I would probably think to themselves, oh yeah, that person's just having a bad day.
Yeah.
I've I've walked past some people who I've thought to myself, oh damn, that guy's just having a bad day. Like if I can
Yeah.
detect it, then it's pretty bad if I can detect it. So it must be. But like I said, I've
Yeah.
never really detected them of having this. I can't remember who it was, but they actually talked about the possibility of like just walking past someone and not even detecting them. I would assume it's possible, but I've never noticed anything like that.
I mean, and the only things that I ever notice is like, the regular BO, like if the stalker person at Walmart is stalking stuff and he's been there
Yeah,
all day, it gets kind of,
yeah. Yeah, no, I've definitely ran into situations like that, but never to the point where it's like, oh yeah, that guy definitely has something
yeah,
going on.
it's just crazy. It's crazy that this is even a thing. It
Yeah, it really is
blows
crazy
my
that this
mind.
is a thing. I mean, I guess there's something for everything, but still, this is kind of weird. Even as someone who has this, I can admit, like, this is fucking weird.
Yeah, it is.
God damn. I also got this damn thing, ginkgo biloba. It's not for TMAU. It's mostly for um it
I
supports
can't
brain
see it.
functionality. Let me try and get the lighting a little better. Yeah, ginkgo biloba. It's GINKGOBILOBA. So for any of the college students who maybe because I don't know about any of the college students, but me personally, when I was going through school when I was younger, I had huge brain fog. Like, I could not like study. I couldn't do this. I couldn't do a whole lot of things because I just had so much brain fog. Um, I don't use this because I mean, you open this shit up and you take a whiff of it. It's like holy, like I'm not putting that inside me. But I mean, I'm not gonna go into what it no. Yeah, no, it's kind of weird, but um, I don't know. Maybe it's just a brand that's why it has that kind of whiff to it. But I don't know. If you guys want to try it out, go ahead. I do take valerian, and for anyone who's familiar with valerian, you once you open a bottle of valerian and you take a whiff, you're kind of like, holy shit! Like, but valerian does help you sleep, so I do like it. Valerian and melatonin. Although I've never um had a bottle of melatonin, so I can't say for sure. I'm not too sure about like everything else like in terms of like sleep aids and stuff. I know some people have asked me about like insomnia stuff, and I always recommend valerian to them and stuff. Not really a whole lot. Are you free today for a live podcast? Hell yeah. Let me just email her and try and get her onto this cast really quick.
Okay.
It's a legit. Well, I'm not too. I don't think she necessarily cares if I give her name. It's just her first name, but her name is Letitia or Letitia. I'm not too sure how it's pronounced. Let me try and get her on real quick. Shit. Um, dun, 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 mm, 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 what's going on in the news? I don't think there's anything going on that's newsworthy, really.
I couldn't tell you.
Sometimes I follow up on the news, but kind of like Kind of like what you said, just really keep to myself and don't really pay
Yeah, it's
attention to
just
all that much of it.
horrible.
Yeah, it's mostly bad now that I think about it. Yeah, I'm seeing a whole lot of sexual assault cases and stuff like that. It's like shit. Again?
Just makes
I'm
you
not getting into that.
think. I mean, there's so many crazy ass people out there. It's just like how, like what would make you do this or what would make you do that? Like you got to be messed up person to do what you do.
Yeah, they're power hungry. They're power hungry. Hey, also studying business. That's Jacqueline Gonzalez who said she's studying business. Where are you going, Jacqueline? No, you're in the U.S. too. You doing I think Jacqueline actually said where she was going. I think she's in the U.S. Raven Rain says she's studying business also. So we got two business majors here.
Yes, it is.
What fields of business are you guys going into? Both Raven and Jacqueline. Anya's not doing business, but she's doing like finance management. And there, I think there's another person. They haven't been on the podcast, but there's another person who oh damn,
Get it?
listen to my souls.
No.
Let me check some of the comments real quick, see what people are saying. Trying to get a promotion. What are you guys working for? Oh, TMAU forum. Let me check the TMAU forum, see what people are saying over there also. And also for people who are just joining the cast or anything like that, definitely take the moment, take the time out of your day to just put a thumbs up. Do the thumbs up button, click the thumbs up button. Help the podcast get shared around. You know, every time you hit the thumbs up button, it just instead of the video being so like for example, let's say you search up TMAU podcast online, it's gonna be like a lot lower in the search bar. So or not in the search bar, but like in the history or like where you see all the videos and stuff. So once you thumb up the video, and like a lot of people start to thumb up the video will actually get higher and higher to the top of the search. So pretty much every time you hit the thumbs up bar, it just helps the video get circulated a lot more. And we want this to get circulated a lot more so that others with TMAU can come forward, share their stories. Um, Even people who don't have TMAU, maybe they'll just see this just out of curiosity. Maybe this podcast can open their eyes up. So yeah, like I said, definitely take the time out of your day to just thumb up the podcast.
Yeah, because there are
And
people that are like that who are just curious. Because I've had a few, and they just like, wow, they can't believe people go through this.
I'm not gonna. If I didn't have this, I wouldn't be able to, believe that people are going through this. I have this shit, and I can't believe I'm going through this.
Yeah.
Like straight up shit.
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
I remember
because
you
right
talked
away,
about. Oh
oh,
no, go
what?
ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, because right away, I mean, you think, well, golly, just a shower will fix everything, or,
Yeah,
I mean, that's how people think. That's how I thought, like, why
that's
don't you
yeah,
just
no,
take a shower,
yeah, that's what I thought. Like I remember I went from like one to like at least three a day, and that's when I realized like okay, maybe I have to switch up some more. Okay, so like let me try around with different products, different
Yeah.
diets, different this, different that. So it's definitely a process. Oh damn. These are my worst nightmares right here, avocados. I shouldn't be eating these because they make everything a whole lot worse. But I mean, I just
But they're so good.
honestly, this shit's so good. Like they're one of my favorites. So, they're one
I
of my
know it.
favorites. So I love avocados. I have
That's
three of them
like
over
me
here.
too. I love them.
I don't know what it is. It's just like they're one of my favorites to be honest. Like out of all the foods I can eat, I don't know. They're one of my favorites. I'd rather eat avocados than fucking like pasta or whatever. Pasta would screw me over.
Have you even tried like eating like the gluten-free stuff though? I mean,
Even the
because
gluten-free stuff, yeah, that stuff messes me up. I don't know what the
really,
hell, dude. It's hard trying to find shit that doesn't. Um. Oh yeah, she said she's running around, so I don't think she'll be able to get on. But yeah, no, it's hard trying to friggin' find shit that doesn't make me flare up. I thought rice would be fine. I used to have rice before and I was fine, but like, right, I remember I went from this to eating rice, and rice completely messed up my stomach and made the reactions worse.
really.
So yeah, it was whole grain rice too. Isn't that like healthier than white rice? I don't know. I'm not too sure about that, but
Well, I know that the whole grain, I mean, no, actually the white rice is better. I mean, I know
I
a lot
had
of people say, whole grain is better, but in our situation, it's not all that great.
I had white rice, whole grain, and brown rice to see which one would be which one would cause the least reactions, and they all cause bad reactions. Even brown rice, which I was surprised because I thought brown rice was supposed to be healthier, or at least better for you, better for your stomach and your gut, but I guess not.
For me, I can do white rice. I can do white rice and I'll be okay. It's more of like the vegetables. I have to be careful with those. I have to be careful with um, meat as well. I mean, chicken isn't too bad. Turkey isn't too bad for me, but I can't do a whole lot of red meat.
Same.
What else? Shrimp. Shrimp, I could do a little bit of shrimp, just like little itty bitty amount of fish, but I can't go crazy on it or
Yeah,
anything.
same. I can't even put a single strand of fish inside my mouth.
And whenever I did used to drink, if I drank Corona for whatever reason, it would like automatically hit as soon as I like drank like the first sip. So that's when I had stopped drinking for a while because I was like, man, this is just screwing me up even more.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it was whatever was in that beer that messed me up. But now here and there, if I drink, I stick to a certain one, and it's not bad.
Shit.
And red wine, I guess, is supposed to be really good too, because that's mostly that resveratrol comes from is like red grapes and something else.
I was
It's
about
really
to say
good.
I would think red wine is the better one because it's one of the better alcohols you can drink because just like you said, just for the same reason that you said, it has I would assume it contains some sort of capacity of resveratrol. It's the, I'm still kind of baffled by this to be honest though. Like friggin' 30 soft gel pills for fucking $8. I mean, I will admit it is a big pill, but like I said, 30 pills for $8 is kind of ridiculous.
And then it's like like the bottle's so big, and it's
Mind
like,
you,
why do you make the bottle so big when
I know, like, there's like, look at all the air inside this damn thing.
I
Like,
know.
you know how much freaking like, yeah, like this, like, if I had a flashlight, I'd shine it. It's like so much air. I haven't taken a single pill, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Look at all that airspace, and I haven't taken a single damn pill. That's
Like potato
ridiculous.
chips. They just play you with those potato chips,
Yeah, I
it's
know. You
all
get like
air.
freaking. I mean, like, I haven't had potato chips in a long time, but believe me, you'll get like freaking 3 or 4 potato chips, maybe 7 at most, and then the damn thing will be all freaking oxygen. Shit.
Like I bought this pasta. It was like a gluten-free pasta, and I was like, "Oh man, that's a pretty good price because some of that stuff runs pricey over here." And so as soon as I got the box, I opened it because I was gonna make it, and I look at it, and I was like,
There
"What
were
the
like
hell
two
is this?"
pasta.
I
there, were,
know.
there was like 2 pasta shells inside there. Shit.
I was like, "Are you shitting me?" I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh no, never again."
Yeah. No, I've been in the same exact situation. I got it wasn't pasta. It was like it was spaghetti. Well, it was obviously pasta still. It was some spaghetti. It was like these angel hair. I loved angel hair, and like I swear to God, like how angel hair comes in like that narrow box or
Yeah.
whatever. It's like I swear there must have been like 10 strands of spaghetti. Like this shit was Like it was crazy. I was like, what the hell is this?
It's like
This highway
$5.99 for that.
$5.99 for friggin' 20 strands of friggin' angel hair. Freaking highway robbery. But then again, that's
Yeah,
America, so
it's crazy.
it's
And then I
ridiculous.
remember even like picking up the box, and I was like, "That can't be it." Like, really?
Getting mad as hell, paying freaking top dollar for this nonsense. It's ridiculous. And you live,
Yeah,
well, I
it is.
mean, you live over there in Okie land. It's pretty expensive over there. But over here in Massachusetts, where like there's no farm, well, there's farmland, but it's not as plentiful as Oklahoma. It can get pretty pricey.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
groceries
don't
over
think.
here in Massachusetts can really get a little bit much. But
I
someone in
didn't
the
know.
comments section said, "Hey, how is everyone doing?" Oh, that's Rami that said that. Rice for me also make condition more noticeable. Rami, if you want to hop in on the podcast, just let me know. I mean, if you want to, if you're at a place where you can talk or whatever, just let me know and I'll send you the email. Same for anyone else. If anyone else wants to join in, just let me know in the comment section or just email me at TMAUup. That's TMAUUP@gmail.com. Just let me know and I'll get you on there.
And don't be scared. Don't be nervous.
Real
You know,
talk. Oh my God, real talk, like straight up.
it's
Jesus
just
Christ.
people talking, having a conversation. It's not like you're actually there with them. That no need to
Exactly.
freak out or anything. I mean, you're just
And not
talking to
only that, but
people the
like
same as you.
I've also I'm not gonna say their names, but I've actually like Googled because like I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, I don't want to come onto the podcast because I don't want my coworkers seeing me. I've Googled my name. Um I've Googled Anya. I've Googled TJ, Leslie. I've Googled all the people who have been on the podcast who I know their first and last name. I've Googled them. Not a single one of them have shown up. Like not a single person has shown up. Like seriously. Like, and not only that, but like what's the likelihood of one of your coworkers actually like I just it's like seriously like what's the likelihood of one of your coworkers actually you know going online spending so much time to find out like to actually find the condition TMAU and then like going online on YouTube and like finding out it, like just I don't know I honestly just feel as though like
I think maybe it would be they would feel as if it was more of an embarrassment to them because maybe if that person just wanted to have it out for them, they would make their life even worse than what it is. I think maybe that some people see it like that.
I feel as though I mean even so I mean I know that for a fact that like because I'm obviously the host of this podcast I've been on each and every single podcast obviously I know that the chances of someone like a former or previous or former or future employer finding this is higher for me than it is for anyone else on the podcast. But then again, I mean, like I said, this shit's fun. I mean, people, I literally schedule my days around this shit. Like literally before, I used to just be like, oh, I'll do whatever whenever. But I mean, I schedule days around this shit. I'm friggin' like I'm trying to plan stuff. I'm trying to like there are days where like I'll go 3 hours. Like, let's say I want to go to sleep at 11 o'clock. I'll stay up until 4 o'clock in the morning, just trying to find guests, just trying to think of ways where I can, like, just do better things with the podcast. It's like it's become a part of me, and it's just like I feel as though other people should try and make it. I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to force people to come onto the podcast, but I just feel as though people should. What I'll say is, my closing argument is that I have a feeling most of the people who don't want to come onto the podcast either haven't had this long enough or don't exactly realize what coming onto the podcast actually is. When you come onto the podcast, like you're putting your face and your name out there and you're pretty much acknowledging like, yes, I have this, but I'm kind of tired of dealing with it. And I kind of, I'm tired of the friggin' isolation. I'm tired of just freaking sitting in my room 24/7, not doing jack shit. I actually want I actually want to be alive in some form of capacity. You know what I mean? Like I want to talk to human beings. I want, even if it's online, still I want to connect with other human beings. I want the possibility of oh, I saw this person on the podcast. Let me email Zach and ask him if
Right.
I can try and meet him up. There've actually been those people. I've tried to connect three people actually. Leslie. Nick, and there are two other people um, who've actually tried to connect because of the podcast. The people are Leslie hasn't met up with anyone, and Nick hasn't met up with anyone, but people are pretty much connecting because of this podcast. And I feel as though this podcast could do so much more, but it just needs a little bit more participation. I mean, I could do a lot more also. Obviously, there's always room for me to improve, but I feel as though it's a two-way street here. I feel as though if we had more participants, it wouldn't get as stale because, like, sometimes the
Right.
podcast can get like, I love having like, you and Brianna and, TJ, Anya, George, but it's like, let's get some new faces.
Abby, quit knocking on the
I would love for, even if it's like me and like someone else as like the
Quit.
primary people,
Quit.
Yeah.
we could have like, maybe like two new faces every week. So that way we have four people. But out of the four people, there are two new people every week. You know what I mean? It's like
Right.
I don't know, because like those are the reasons why I do like the let's say 8.5 podcast or 3.7 or whatever point whatever. Most of the times, those the in between podcasts are podcasts where people have already where the guests have already been there, or like this is the second time in the row, or this is the third time in the row they've been here. It's like I want to get some new blood. Get some new blood in the family. Get some I don't know, just get some diversity too.
Right.
I don't think I've had a sufferer over the age of 40. And I know there's a shit ton of them out there. Like I've seen so many people saying, "Oh yeah, I've had this ever since I'm 70 years old. I'm 50 years old. I'm 60 years old, and I've had this ever since I was a kid." I would love to hear their perspective on life. And
And I think for their generation, it's just because it's new technology.
oh yeah,
And
yeah, that's definitely true.
some of them. I mean, that can be intimidating for somebody that age. But I mean, it's nothing different than somebody you're talking to over the phone.
True.
It's nothing different.
Yeah. I mean, for anybody listening to this portion of the podcast, definitely don't be scared. I mean, I understand. I understand the reservations. But like I said, I've every person who's ever been on this podcast who I know their last name, I've Googled them and they've never shown up. I mean the likelihood of your boss, your mom, your whatever going online, taking the amount of time to search up TMAU and then coming onto YouTube and then searching up TMAU, I mean it's not all that likely. So like I said, I understand.
And if
But
anything, I
yeah.
mean, for me, I would kind of be like relieved if somebody were to stumble upon
Yeah.
it because I wouldn't have to explain it to you. You already know. So,
Yeah, no, it's like I don't have to, freaking
right,
go through that awkward process of telling them about it. They already know because they're watching the podcast. They see me on the
right.
podcast, so
I mean, and they could understand why I act the way I act or why I am, a certain way.
I
So I
wish people
don't
could.
think,
I wish people could understand why I act the way. Like some people here think I'm a straight up dickhead. Like, and I will admit I can be a little bit of a dickhead, but like I don't. I'm very approachable, to be honest. Like even with this whole TMAU thing, I try and be as approachable as I can. I understand
not
it's not.
me. I'm like, don't approach me. I mean, if you were to, not like you or
Yeah.
anybody else. I'm just saying, just like
Yeah. No,
people,
I know
like I'm
exactly.
like, don't approach me.
Yeah, I mean, I duck. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I do duck people. Like, let's say I can tell that I'm not having a good day. I'll sprint. I'm not gonna full out sprint, but like I'll walk as fast as I can to my door so that I don't have to like deal with other people. But like I said, I'm pretty approachable. I'm pretty.
Yeah.
Before this whole TMAU thing, I was extremely approachable, extremely social, like a fucking social butterfly. But
Yeah.
yeah. I do my best, even with this whole thing. I do my best, but I feel as though I don't put my best foot forward until I see that there's an interest from the other person. Like, let's say I'm in a
Right.
conversation with another person, and like, yeah, even if the person is reacting, if they're at least like putting the effort into talking with me, then that's when I'll bring out the forefront. Like, that's when I'll really bring out the funny
Right.
jokes. Like, I'm not
Right.
gonna say I'm some sort of comedian, but like, when I make a joke usually people find it funny. Like I've never really obviously they're gonna be dead jokes. Obviously um they're gonna be dead jokes, awkward points in the conversations. But for the most part, like when I'm on my game in terms of like social interaction. Like I'm on my fucking game. Like people, no one can stop me. Like I'm a fucking.
It's okay. Hey.
Uh-oh, I think I lost him.
Oh no. Oh god.
Do you want to watch her? Do you want me to go downstairs?
Okay. That's your time right there. As long as you don't care if I play my game.
No, I don't.
I don't make time for your podcast. Sorry. It's not on the daily.
You know, I lost him, but I'm probably still live to everyone else, and they're gonna see what a meanie you are.
I don't care. I really don't care. Fearless.
I know, Danny, I know. But I do. So you should just support
Don't
it.
worry about what other people think. That's what it is.
No.
Put the book up, yes.
Because everybody on here is going through the same thing, Danny. Well, that's what we're trying to all do. So. Uh-oh. Sit down. Go. Let's see. Okay, sit down. Sit down.
All right, we back. We back. Google Hangouts. Oh man, we're doing the best we can, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, the broadcast is still going on. So, broadcast a large video that I see a lot on YouTube. Let me try and get Erica back on here. Screen share. No. It's over. No, it's not over. We still here, ladies and gentlemen. We had a few technical difficulties, and we're back. So yeah, Erica, we just had a few hiccups and whatever, like always. But like I said, always doing my best. I need to freaking buy something. I was at Walmart just not too long, like yeah, just today actually. Probably should have bought like a router or some sort of Wi-Fi thing. Well, the only thing I'm worried about with the whole Wi-Fi thing is that it may, I don't know how much it will cost to get that whole Wi-Fi thing.
Uh-oh. Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, I'll definitely look into that, or for the whole Wi-Fi, whatever.
What are you doing? Stop. You're pulling my hair. It hurts.
Looking at some of these comments in the Facebook group chat.
I'm gonna have to get on my computer because I want to see all that.
Oh yeah, the comments and stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Oh yeah, because you can't. Oh yeah, you're on your cell phone. When you're on your cell phone,
Yeah.
you can't really view the stuff.
I want to feel cool too.
I didn't go onto that Facebook. Like, I didn't want to create a Facebook just because of all the bullshit and drama that's on Facebook. But I was willing to do it just so I can like unite people who've been on the podcast and like trying to recruit people. Because the last guest, the very last podcast that we had, number 8, um Rami. That's how we actually got. That's how I actually got him on. I got him. I found him. Well, I didn't find him. I saw him on Facebook. And I just asked Mike, hey man, would you like to come on to the podcast? And he was like, yeah. So him and I went like 2 hours, and then he went on the private cast for about an hour or two also. So
What did she
more
do?
people through Facebook
That would be awesome.
because like they have like around 911 viewers or 911 people in the Facebook in the biggest Facebook TMAU chat. So I just hope out of the 900 we can get at least like a good pool of people who are willing to come on.
Yeah, that would be awesome. That'd be great.
And like Erica said, do not be scared, ladies and gentlemen. I've never had a person come onto the podcast and like immediately email me and be like, "Oh yeah, Zach, I'm sorry, but this was like no, like 9 times out of 10, if not 10 times out of 10, they'll email me back saying like, hey, I really appreciated it. Can we do this again sometime?" And
Yeah,
ten
because
times
I
out of
mean
10,
it'll help you. It'll help your self-confidence out a little bit, help you to push you in that direction where you got to go, kind of your stepping stone.
it'll definitely make you a lot more social too. I've noticed, like in real, like just walking around and stuff. Like I've noticed, just being a lot more social with people. Obviously, I'm still gonna, be a little what's standoffish? That's the word. Obviously, I'm still gonna
Yeah.
be a little more standoffish with people, but I'm still, I've definitely gotten a lot more social ever since I started this. So, like, I used to stutter like I mean, I still do, but I used to stutter like a motherfucker with this TMAU shit. Like, holy crap!
Really?
Like, I don't know what it is, but I guess that when people react in certain ways, I just kind of like stutter and stuff. It's helped with that a lot. It's still there, but like I said, it's definitely helped with that a lot. Yeah, I just added you to the Hangout on Facebook.
Okay.
We got 44 members. Yes, we got 44 members, and like I said, obviously I'm just gonna keep on adding people as the days go on.
I mean, that's a lot of people if you think about it. I mean, if this is so rare, I mean, that's still a handful of, I mean, that's quite a bit.
That's true, shit.
And yet you
Uh,
never seem to run into somebody,
oh yeah,
you
I've
know.
never run into a single. Oh my god, I know there are people in or not California, Oklahoma. I know there are people in Oklahoma. The thing is, I just don't. I can't remember if Nia Sims is from Oklahoma. I'm pretty sure she is. I know she's somewhere because like she said it in a commented on one of her videos. This was before I even started the podcast. I commented on one of her videos, and she said she's going to like school and somewhere in Oklahoma. I'm pretty sure she said Oklahoma. I'm not exactly, I think at least, but
There have been a few that have reached out to me too and say that they're in Oklahoma, and then I'm like, okay, well, email me or hit me up something, and I never get a response. So I don't know.
Jesus Christ. Don't worry about it. That's the person's screen name. Don't worry about it. You guys want to get on a private cast? We'll start up the private cast once the podcast live cast is over. Story on this podcast, but I'm very skeptic of showing my face. I'm not embarrassed, but just want it to be low key. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I'll say it till the day I die. I mean, I understand you're trying to be low key. I'm trying to keep it low key over here too. But I mean, sometimes you just say fuck it. I mean, you just gotta say fuck it, really. To be honest with you. I mean, I don't know how long you've had this shit, but I've had this shit for 7 years. I'm kind of tired of being low key and not, just sitting on my ass all day, just doing whatever.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta just say fuck it, like just really. I mean, at the end of the day, you're still a human being. Jeez. And not only that, but I feel as though you actually have to show your face if you want to come onto the podcast. I mean, it's just gonna be awkward me just sitting here just talking to a logo. I mean, could you imagine? Like, I have a new logo. Like, Erica, could you imagine just me, like just you sitting here and like just talking to nothing but that all day, like just for freaking
Yeah,
two,
I
three,
couldn't
four
do it.
hours?
I couldn't
Like
do
that's
it.
just weird. First of all, that's just weird. Like I don't understand why people ask to come onto the podcast without showing their face. Like, could you like seriously like just that all day? Like this is weird. First of
No,
all, that's
I
number
can't
one.
do that.
And second of all, like I feel as though it's just better for the podcast for us to see each other, for us to know that yeah, we're here,
Yeah.
we're here talking.
I mean, like I said, it's like if you were just talking to somebody over the phone, no big deal. Same, Papa.
Let's go. Go. Come on. Come on. Come on. No, not mom. Hey, come on. Come on.
Now there's two of me. I don't know why the hell. Oh, never mind. Now I'm here. This shit is so annoying. I swear. I'll get some sort of thing to fix it though. I want to share. Oh yeah, I've already read that. Do you think you could add me on the WhatsApp page? I need your Well, actually, I already have your email, so yeah, I can add you on the WhatsApp page. Let me just do that real quick.
Is there anybody else who has a channel other than me that, because I've added your channel as a featured channel to get more people to try and come over here and try and get.
Uh, I've TJ. Let me see. Just check TJ channel right quick. Other than that, I don't think there's any. I know Anya said she was thinking about starting a YouTube channel, but I don't think she actually went through with it.
There's been quite a few new faces that I've seen who
It's
have
about damn
started
time.
coming out. Yeah, who have started making videos and stuff.
It's seriously about damn time. Like I feel as though like the only way we're gonna get through this shit is that if we actually like start showing our faces. Like it may take friggin' 200 more years, but if we actually like start showing our faces and start letting people know like this shit's real, then maybe people will actually start taking it seriously.
Yeah. Like my
And not
husband,
only
he was in here earlier and he was like, well, you just need to stop caring what people think. Y'all just, that's y'all's problem. I was like, shut up.
Don't bring me into your
I'm going to
podcast.
put you on here and you're going to talk to everybody. Give your point of view.
shit, she putting him on blast. She said, "Fuck it, I'm the owner of this house. I'm the owner
Right?
of this house." Shit, shit, I'd do the same damn thing if I had a girlfriend. I would be like, "Fuck it, I don't give a fuck."
He's funny though. I'm like, well, you got to sit here and listen to me and you got to support me either way. So hush it.
Fuck it, shit. I'd do the same damn thing. Shit, if I had a significant other, I'd be like, "Fuck it, you're listening to this shit, whether you like it or not."
See, but I have noticed, like, I think, I don't know if it was on this or on a video or somewhere where I had noticed where they were trying to not be secretive from their spouse, but I guess kind of didn't want to show that they were talking to other people with the same thing or or watching videos of it. I can't remember where I saw it at, but I mean, our relationship, he knows he's been through it, so I mean, why not include him in it?
Yeah, the girlfriend that I had, that girl was just crazy. I mean, I tried to include her in some stuff, but she was just freaking crazy. And like, I don't mean crazy as in like oh, I think she's crazy. No, like she was crazy. Like she had, oh man, it was crazy. It really was. But yeah, I'm looking at her channel right now, Shelly, and then there's another girl named Maya, and then there's
Now,
another girl too.
Shelly, I've talked to her through email. Is it the Shelly XO?
No, I'm talking about Shelly Ballard.
Oh, her I haven't talked to. I've talked to a Shelly before, and she had a channel. She just posted not too, I think a couple days ago, actually. She was a big inspiration of mine as well.
Yeah, I'm looking at her video right now. I think she's commented on a few of my videos, but I haven't really emailed back and forth with her. There was another girl. Her name was like Anna or something. Although she had like one video, and that was it though.
Yeah, because I mean, you kind of get in a rut and you're kind of like, well, I mean, there's only so much I can do, so many videos you can do about this. But I mean, if it's just anything, it helps people, whatever it is that you're, doing, whether it be, I don't know, anything in your house, something, anything
I
tends to
remember
help other people.
my first video was. I think I just like sat there and I was just like, oh yeah, guys. By the way, I'm gonna be doing a podcast. And then like the video after that was like, oh yeah, guys, the podcast is still coming. The video after that was like, yeah, I didn't forget about it. The podcast is still coming. It was weird. My first 3 or 4 or 5 videos were just, oh yeah, guys, I promise the podcast is still coming. And it wasn't until like my 6th or 7th video where I was like, yeah, the podcast is finally here, motherfuckers. And then,
Okay.
yo, Oscar, you there?
Hi.
I just felt like I had to come on here, like with the things you were saying. I just felt like I had to come on and speak my mind because
Yeah, you gotta say fuck it. You gotta say fucking just, just
it's true.
eat.
But I just felt like I had to come on and speak my mind because some of the things you were saying weren't really how should I put this on? There, that's just not everybody's situation, you know. Like everybody's situation is different. It's
Yeah,
not that
no,
we're
shit.
scared. Not
No,
that
but dude, here's the thing though. Here's the thing.
but
Like I understand you guys are, you're either scared or you don't want to come on because of whatever. But like here's the thing, like this shit ain't gonna get any better if you're gonna sit by yourself and just listen. Like if you're just gonna sit by the roadside and just be like, oh yeah, let me just listen to these people. Like I understand not each and I've had nearly 120 whatever subscribers. Like I understand not each and every single person is gonna come onto the podcast. I understand that 100%. But like if each and every single person is gonna sit by the roadside, I mean shit. Like this first of all, this channel is not gonna grow if Anya, Erica, Leslie, TJ, George, those if those five individuals are the same people each and every single pod, Brianna, if those six people or seven people are the same exact people each and every single podcast, first of all, it's not going to grow. Second of all, I mean, we're the same people. Like we don't have new stories each and every single week. Like we can't just sit here and talk about a new story each and every single week. We're still the same people. Sooner or later, we're going to run out of stories. Sooner or later, we're not going to have, as interesting stuff to talk about. So it's just cool to shuffle the deck. And like I said, I mean, this whole TMAU shit, it's not going to get any better if people are just sitting by the roadside. I don't like the idea of other people seeing this at all. I don't like the idea of, a future employer or like, someone at this school seeing this at all. Like that's terrifying to me. But I'm still doing this shit. Each and every single podcast, I'm still doing this shit. And not only that, like, dude, on for 7 years, I have a feeling like 99% of the people who like they don't want to come onto the podcast, they either one, they don't understand how important it is to actually have somewhat social contact, even if it's like even if you're putting yourself out there for whatever reason, maybe you don't want to put yourself out there, but you have to put yourself out there for some reason. I mean, do you really want to just sit by the roadside? Another thing, I feel as though like most of the people don't want to come on because like they haven't had it for that long. Like their heads are just up in the clouds, and like I understand because like I was talking to like Brianna, and like Brianna was talking about like how people like their heads are in the cloud. Like they feel as though like one day they feel as though like one day their problems are just all gonna go away. And that is definitely not the case whatsoever. Like your problems are here to I'm not trying to be a pessimist. I'm not trying to be a dickhead. Your problems are not gonna go away.
no, no,
Like they're not gonna go away at all. What, no matter what, I don't care what you they may go away for quite some time. Some people's TMAU symptoms are mild, others are not. The people who don't have mild symptoms, your symptoms are not gonna go away. Like this shit, like unless you actually band together and like you do something, whether it be go on the podcast, whether it be make a YouTube channel, show your face on the YouTube channel. Do not I'm tired of seeing this background, oh my life was so hard. Yeah, your life was so hard. I understand that. My life was hard as shit too. But, like you have to show your face. Like everybody's life is hard, dude. Like everybody's life is hard. Show me one person with TMA whose life wasn't hard.
that, no, sorry for
No, no,
interrupting
go
you,
ahead.
but I didn't really mean that. It's just like you don't know what social backgrounds they come from. Like
Shit.
you don't know like the whole situation. You know, like you look like a chill ass guy. See, like my situation is I'm Mexican. You know, my whole family is like it's a whole different scenario. So it's just kind of hard for me to come out here like this. You know,
What do you
like
mean by
people know
you're
I
Mexican? No, but like, what do you mean by you're Mexican? It's a whole different situation, though. What is? How does that?
They're hard.
Like, what?
They're hard. It's
they're
hard
hard.
growing up
They're hard.
Hispanic. It's very hard.
I mean, I grew up
They're the
African.
most,
Which,
my uncles
uh,
are the most, I mean, it's like, it's kind of a shame. Like you're shamed, and if God forbid
hmm
somebody, were to see this, one of my uncles or something, I mean, it's really something hard to take in, let alone, I mean, it's a hard thing growing up Hispanic.
Well, I can tell you guys this right now. Like, as a black person, with my parents didn't come from like you know, some liberal place like Cambridge, Massachusetts. My parents came from West Africa. Like anybody who knows anything about not even in West Africa, but anybody who knows anything about Africa in general, if you have any sort of disease disorder, malfunction in your body. Your parents, damn it. I've met people. Well, I haven't met them. Like I know people. My mom has told me stories about people who, like, they had deformities or they have like diseases, and they just get left by the roadside. Like straight up, there will be people on when we were driving back in Ghana. Like there would be like people with mental health illnesses, people with disorders, people with diseases. They were on the roadside, like by themselves. Their parents left them. Like I know for a fact, if my parents saw this, this is one of the reasons why I'm doing the podcast now here in college, because like I'm free to say whatever I want. I can say whatever I want right now. If I even attempt to do the podcast in my parents' house, they'd drop me from college. They'd be like, this disgraceful motherfucker. We told him he doesn't have this bullshit. Here he is going online talking about going online talking about all this nonsense. They would drop my ass from
Right.
college. They would think about leaving my ass by the roadside like shit. I mean, I understand you're Mexican. It's hard growing up Mexican. I'm black, dude. Shit, my
No,
parents
right,
are
no.
freaking.
No, and I believe in and my respect for you, and that's why I'm in my car. That's why I'm in my truck, talking about this because it's just, it's a different scenario in my situation. Like I tried to approach this, and I ended up putting myself in a foolish situation,
What do you mean you put yourself in a full situation though?
because I tried to approach them, and they ended up taking me as like a crazy person. So I just left it. I just left all this alone.
Well, don't feel that way because I think that's not just only Hispanic, but that's everybody who
I was
deals
about to
with this.
say.
Oh, right,
I
right,
mean, it is hard because you alone, feel like you're going crazy because you don't know how to deal with this, and then, you try and talk to your family, and then it's even hard for them to accept it. But I think
right.
it's hard for them to accept it because they don't understand either. So it's just kind of out of, like, I don't know how to help you. I don't know what to do. So right away it's classifying you as something, and that's not even the case.
Exactly. And there's more topics I want to talk about but as I was telling that's your name, right, Zach?
Yeah.
I would like to approach these topics in a private cast because
Yeah, I mean, we'll have the
I'm
private
just not
cast.
sure,
Wait, what were you saying?
yeah, I'm just not sure about talking about them online. Will be
Yeah, we'll
appropriate.
talk. Yeah, we'll have the private cast in a second. But you were about to, or you said you brought something up, but I forgot. I was looking at the TV. I was about to comment on it, but I forgot what you said. I think it was Erica actually that said it. Um, shit, I forgot. I mean, I would have commented on it, but like I said, I forgot about what it was that she said, so I can't comment on it.
Was it about him, thinking that he was crazy because,
Yeah, it was something along that lines, but I don't remember exactly what I was about to say. I don't like shit. No, I think the point that I was trying to make is that the fact that like even if your parents think you're crazy, I mean my parents think I'm a fucking lunatic for fuck's sake. They think I should be in an asylum or something. And like just that in and of itself, like the fact that like everyone around me is just like thinking I should be in some sort of like Twilight Zone. It's like it's just something that's like it just kind of gets to the point where it's like okay, I can't deal with these people. These people just think I'm some sort of nut job, crazy, whatever. So I mean, that's part of the reason why I even created the podcast in the first damn place. I was just tired of just all these people just thinking all this nonsense. When in reality, I'm the only one approaching
Oh,
this situation logically, and I'm kind of
and
tired
I
of
used
dealing
to
with
be.
it. So
Oh, yeah, I kind of
no,
got in.
go ahead.
I kind of hopped on this live podcast because you said people would sit around on their ass all day, and that used to be my situation. That literally used to be my situation. And so the people that were supporting me were like, you gotta get your ass out the house and start getting it the way that you're supposed to get it. And I live, I would say, a normal life. I would say I live normal life now. I go to work, I do normal things. I'm out here, I do what I have to do. But it's just hard.
Yeah, shit, it's not easy, dog. But I'm here friggin' 20, not 24/7, but each and every single podcast trying to recruit. This shit ain't easy, dog. Like this is the
I
hardest
can
semester
imagine.
I've ever. Just I feel as though just because of the podcast, this is the hardest. Like there are days where like this talking about this whole TMAU thing is not easy. Like there are days where like I stay up, you know, shit. I was just not the just a few days ago actually. I was staying up just thinking about like just all the stories that I've read, all the stories that people have emailed me about, just about like the struggles, and some of these stories are not fun to read. Like I understand that some people they just want to I'm not going to say they want to be up in the clouds, but like they want to like just not deal about that kind of not deal with that kind of stuff. And I understand that 100%. Like they don't want to have to deal with like all the negativity that TNA can bring. Just hearing all the stories, hearing all the reading all the text messages in the WhatsApp group because they can be some sad ass stories. I mean, when you read those things and you hear those things for 20, not 24/7, but when you read and hear those things, that shit can put you in a depressing ass mood. When you host a podcast 2, 3 hours a week, you hear nothing but well, not nothing. Obviously we share some good stories too, but you hear like at least for an hour, you hear a string of just negativity and just people just talking about how their struggles are. That shit can be taxing on the body, taxing on the brain. Yet, shit. I mean, I'm still
And that's
doing it.
that was one of my other concerns. Like getting on this live podcast, like you don't know who's real and who's not. You don't know who's watching here just because they're bored or who really has this. And that was just one of my main concerns. But fuck it, like you say, I'm on here.
I was about to say,
I'm
fuck
trying
it.
to make something positive. I'm trying to.
Even
What
if
was
they're
that?
watching, because no, I mean, even if they're, let's just say like they're just some random person who doesn't even have it. Even if they're watching because they're bored, fuck them. Fuck them. I'm not doing this for them. I'm doing this for us. Fuck them. I don't give a fuck about them.
And I'm doing this for like the future. Like if we don't speak for this matter now, there's not gonna be a cure in the future.
I was about to say, shit. That's the only. That's one of the primary reasons I'm doing this shit. Shit. I don't want to friggin'. I
That was,
hate biology, dude. I'd rather friggin' dedicate my life to friggin' finding a cure for this shit, as opposed to like just going on to do something that I wake up 9 to 5 and I hate my life for. I hate biology also, but I'm willing to go down that route if it means finding a cure for this, or at least finding some sort of study for this. I just wish as though people like, I just don't feel as though people are either one, tired enough, or like two, actually realize just how much TMAU can like affect a person. And not only that, but like I don't think they realize the potential permanence of TMAU. Like this is, if we don't do something about it, this could potentially be for the rest of our lives. Like I'm not trying to deal with this shit for the rest of my life. Fuck that. Are you kidding? Like I'm fucking 19 years old. The what is the life expectancy age? Like anywhere from like
oh,
76
and
to like 80, whatever. What?
I feel you exactly what you're saying. That was
That's
one
why
of
I'm
the
trying to
biggest.
get people to like. That was no. I mean, I'm not to cut you off. Like I just want people to like actually just band together because like I feel as though people are just so passive in this community. I mean, I've talked to Brianna about this. I've talked to George about this. I've talked to a lot. TJ has said this when he came onto the podcast. A lot of people have said this. Like, people are just so passive in this community, and it's like I don't think they real. I think their heads are still up in the clouds. Like, they don't realize that if you don't do something about
Like they're
this,
just living the
this could be
moment.
for the rest of your. No, I don't even think live in the moment. I think they're just passive in terms of like, just oh yeah, I have this. I hope the medical community can one day when one day when I'm just sitting in bed and like just doing whatever. One day when I'm at work and people are giving me negative comments. I hope one day I can just go onto the internet. Hear from me. It's like that's not going to happen. Like the medical community, yeah, they care somewhat, but they don't care entirely. Like let's be honest, they don't care.
They don't
They
have
don't have this,
they don't have no knowledge about this problem.
which is
That's
why
the
they don't care
problem.
about it. People don't speak
They
up.
don't
People
have
don't do
they
nothing.
don't have a clue about this problem. They blame it on other stuff, but that the stuff that they blame it on, Does it even make sense?
So why can't we be the ones to actually step up and do something instead of being passive?
Help each other out. I agree with you.
Ain't this podcast helping people out? Ain't coming on this podcast
It's
helping
helping.
people out?
Look what you guys, look what you guys inspire me to do. Get on this line podcast.
Yeah.
And I bet I'm not the only one.
Oh no.
I bet
Mm-mm.
that want to come out. I bet there's more people that want to come out, but they just got to take that final step. That fucking final step, like Zach was saying.
I was about to say, fuck the final step. Just fucking go in head first. Like shit. Fuck the final step. That's the first video I ever made. I was like, shit, am I really gonna do this? I was just like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm just making a damn video. I said, fuck the final step. That's what I did. Shit. Zach, I've noticed. I'm just looking at Ramy's comment. Zach, I've noticed the same thing in North Africa. Yeah, Ramy's referring to what we were talking about, like about families being disgraced, and like I mean, I don't think it has anything to do with like a Mexican or black or Asian or white. I think it's
You know,
not every, but most families would be disgraced by this. I know my family would be if they found out I was doing this shit.
I
My
actually
parents would beat
work
my
with some
ass.
family members of mine, and like I was telling you last time, you know, I try to live a normal life, and I just kind of got away from my family because, as I was hearing Erica say, it can be so cruel. I didn't have an idea of how cruel they can be, so I actually said fuck it and took a chance and being around them again. And I didn't know they could be so cruel, but then again, I try to put myself in their shoes and how I would react to it. And I
Yeah,
just can't think of it because I'm not in their shoes.
yeah, yeah. No, I see what you're saying
But
though.
it is what it is, and
See, but sooner or later, I think that those people that are around you, they'll end up going through something as well. Because about a couple of weeks ago, there was one of my close relatives. Well, not my relative, but my husband's relative. She had mentioned she had texted me and asked me if she smelled. And at first, I was like, "Are you trying to make fun of me, or what's going on here?" And so I replied back and um, with question marks, and she was like, "Well, because the HR department has supposedly had a few people complaining about my scent and how it's giving them headaches and making them sneeze and all this other stuff." And her scent wasn't even anything bad. It was she just has a lot of air fresheners in her house, and they're Bath and Body, and I guess some people aren't accustomed to like strong scents like that. So I mean, she knew what I was going through and stuff like that, but I don't think it hit her, or she didn't realize just how much it can affect her. Even though her scent wasn't horrible or it wasn't anything bad, it's still it she was uncomfortable. She was uncomfortable, you know, knowing those coworkers, couldn't just approach her. She was uncomfortable, and she didn't even know how to look at them or even know how to go to work, because why wouldn't somebody just tell her? And I mean, I think some people, and it's not only her, there's been a few other uh, friends of mine, that have gone through at least something here and there, but not, to the extent. And it just kind of makes you realize, well, shit, it fucks with you mentally. And she's still, and it wasn't even bad. And she's still talking about how it affects her because now she thinks differently. And I was like, well, yeah, I know you kind of know what it's like on my side, but it's not even, you're worrying about something that you shouldn't even worry about because it's not even bad.
Yeah, it's traumatizing. Let me tell you
Yeah.
guys. I mean, it's not a big story, but like, let me tell you guys. Like, my very first time in college, like, I came back. Went through the whole college routine, whatever. My parents dropped me off, said bye to them, whatever. And around 5 o'clock, I wanted to go to the bathroom, and because there were a lot of people roaming the hallways. I see all these people roaming the hallways and thinking to myself, man, I don't want to go to the bathroom. Are these people in the bathroom? I don't want to, do my business while these people are doing their business in the bathroom. because that's a recipe for disaster and whatever. So literally, I just sat here in my own freaking dorm for about I think 2 hours. Just keep in mind, I needed to go to the bathroom. Like I had to hold this shit in for 2 hours because I wanted the hallways to clear up because people were coming in. People were like is doing all that stuff nonsense whatever. Literally, I said, dude, I can't take this anymore. I'm just I'm not gonna do it. So I went over to the bathroom and went to the stalls, went to do my business, and I swear to God, like these the door opens up, I can hear about 3 4 people, and I swear to God, like, this shit was the most. I've had a lot of traumatizing shit with this whole TMAU stuff. Like that had to have been one of the most traumatizing moments in my entire damn life. Because like when you have TMAU and you're walking around, it's already bad. When you have to take a shit next to 3 other people in a bathroom with no windows, windows are fucking closed. That shit's a recipe for that shit'll turn you suicidal quick. I'm telling you, like that shit is fucking traumatizing. When you go through that shit each and every single time you have to go and take a shit, at some point in your life, you just say, you know what, fuck, I'm tired of this shit. I fuck it, I'm tired of this shit. I don't want to fucking deal with this for the next fucking 40 years, 50 years, 70 years. I don't want to deal with that bullshit. I'm not gonna sit by the fucking roadside. Like fuck that. Are you kidding me? Shit. Fuck the roadside. I'm the pioneer of this. I don't give a fuck. Fuck the roadside. I'm not dealing with this bullshit for the next God knows how many years. Shit.
Is
My
this
ass.
something that just recently started, or how long have you been?
Oh no, that was the very first day of college. Like, could you imagine the very first day of college? Like, that sets the precedent. That sets the precedent. Like, you don't know how college is gonna be. The very first. That's the very first thing. That was one of the very first experiences in college I had. Like, that shit was fucking.
Leave it
That
alone,
shit was
Andy.
fucking crazy. I mean, it was fucking crazy. And like I said,
But
I'm
then
tired of
again,
sitting by the fucking roadside. No, go ahead. What were you about to
I was
say?
gonna say, but then again, if you would be thinking of that, you would have done it like the first 2 days. You noticed that, because once you've been known for having this, then it just turns it into another thing. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't know what you're saying
Like
because like I don't no, but what I'm trying to say is like, dude, I don't have the peace of mind to take a shit in public.
talking about you're talking about the whole suicidal thing, and that's just at another level.
TMAU will
Like
take you
that's
to
just
that level. TMAU will
oh, it
take you to
definitely
that.
would.
Yeah,
It definitely would. But like I'm saying, but like if you decided to live with this for some time already, then might as well just continue.
that's what
Continue
I'm
to
saying.
fight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm
Continue to
continuing here to
fight on.
fight. I mean, I started this podcast, didn't I? This podcast is fighting fucking bats of having this podcast each and every single week. I mean, isn't that somewhat of a fight? I mean, shit,
Oh, that's more than a fight.
hell of a fight if you ask me.
So
Fuck
what
the
time you guys
roadside.
planning on doing this private cast?
Yeah, well, we can do this right now. I mean, George is here. I don't know if George would want to hop into the private cast. Um, I mean, obviously he's always invited. Everybody who's obviously been on the podcast before is always invited to their private or a live cast. Um, how can I be added to the WhatsApp group? That's what Ray at said in the comment section. Ray at just email me at tmauup at gmail.com. That's tmauup at gmail.com. Just email me there, and I'll get you into the WhatsApp group. Let me just read some of these comment sections before we
Hey,
end
you
this
didn't send
live
me the link.
cast.
You didn't even send me the link, Zach.
The link to what, the WhatsApp group?
What's up? Yeah.
Oh, let me just get that for you right now. But yeah, for anybody like while I'm doing this, I'm trying to get Oscar into the WhatsApp group. Um, for anybody who wants to join the private podcast, just email me. Just email me at the email that I just told you about, and yeah, I'll get you into the private cast. Your email was "Don't worry about it," right? Oscar?
That's the name. That's
Yeah,
yeah, that's the name. Yeah, that's the name. But
yeah.
it's not the email.
Bye bye. Where you going, huh? Bye.
What was the name?
Oh, what'd you say? Oscar, what'd you say?
Huh? Erica, what's your name? Zach and Erica, right?
Yeah, Zach and Erica.
Yeah.
You joining the private one?
Who, me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, then hop on it now.
Well, I mean, we need other
Has
people
some
because
time.
like it's just gonna be you and me. So, like I'm trying to get as many people onto the podcast as possible. So I'm just giving
Oh,
people in the.
Erica's down
Well, I
too.
mean, what I'm doing is I'm giving. Yeah, I know Erica's down, but I'm giving people who are like in the comment section because sometimes people in the comment section will want to get in on the podcast. So I'm giving them some time to like if they want to email me, I'm just giving them some time to email me or whatever,
Oh
and then
yeah.
I'll tell people in like the WhatsApp group and stuff like that.
Addie,
Yeah,
what are
so
you
it's
doing
getting
with
sent.
them?
It's getting sent right now. So just in a few seconds, just check your email, Oscar.
Okay. All right. See you guys in a few.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can stay here because like, what I'm gonna is he still here? Or?
Yeah.
No, okay.
He is.
Up there.
Yeah, you can just. I mean, I know you're in your truck right now, but like, if you want to stay here, because like, what I'm gonna do is right now this is live, so I'm gonna shut down the live portion in a few seconds, and then we'll go into the private cast. Like, you don't have to go somewhere else. I mean, if you want to go somewhere else, you can. But
Oh,
all right. But yeah, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna close this up. I might join later if it's still going, bro. Okay, so yeah, George said he might join later. So yeah, I'll just close this up. Like I said, this was Erica and Oscar. This was the ninth podcast we've had, and like I said, people, it's gonna start with us. If we are gonna cure this shit, it's gonna start with us. It's not gonna start with the medical community. It's gonna start with
let's
us.
get this going. Let's get this
Um,
going, you guys.
yep. All right. Peace out, guys.